Welcome everyone, this is Hawking Alpha and it is July 2nd, 2014. This is the edition of Where is Your Stop? Obviously this week we have July 4th, and July 4th on a Friday, so happy July 4th to everybody. I hope that you enjoy the fireworks and everything else. So this week, a lot of people out, but just wanted a chance to talk about essentially names that apply with regards to good old July 4th and all the fun that goes with it. So first one that we have up here is good old Kraft Foods. You know, look, at the end of the day, there's lots of hot dogs and hamburger buns and cheese and everything else that's put on our food. And so just wanted to take a look at Kraft Foods and see what it's done lately. Had a signal back in March of 2013 to go long, and obviously this guy, we stayed very far outside of the liquidity back in here that was formed in the beginning of 2013 and continued to march up, and then we were sideways for a very, very long time. But obviously we'd had adjusted for the volatility, and once the next move occurred, you can see that, bam, we had a big catch-up phase with regards to our trailing stop. Now another name, everybody's going to be Poppin' Soda. And so along with Poppin' Soda there's chips, and that's something that Pepsi has done a good job of. So whenever we look at Pepsi, we actually just came off of a huge bull run here that actually just got taken out in 2014 right in here. And then we immediately had another signal to go long in March of 2014, and we've basically had this nice 45-degree angle move upwards, to which our stops have been very far outside the noise, but now we've really started to essentially stagger ourselves up, and will continue to unless Pep starts to slow down. Of course, there is always the king, and that is Budweiser. Budweiser is a great example of patience for us. So we had our first signal in Budweiser all the way back in 2011, and you could tell that we very much were outside of the noise. After we had got into that trade, immediately went against us. It's a tough one to stay with your resolve, but finally turned itself around, marched up, came right back down to where our current stop was, and then had a nice healthy march for almost a year, and then came right back down to where our stop was, and then had somewhat of a staggered step up, came right back down to very close to where our stop was. So you can see that we've constantly stayed outside of the noise on Bud, and it has definitely tested our patience throughout that move. And then last but not least, in this latest move, we have continued to move up again in terms of our stop. So great overall trade. Trend continues to go up, trailing it very close. Of course, in order to get that Pepsi and those Budweisers and all those burgers and cheeses from Kraft, everybody has to go to a store. Good old Walmart, right? Walmart's been an interesting trade lately. We had this nice trend up here, got stopped out at the end of 2012, got a signal in the end of 2012 as it marched back, and essentially because of this extreme volatility, we have adjusted for that, and we are very much outside of the noise on there. And then Walmart extended to the upside, and then all of a sudden has just gone completely absolute sideways, to which we are still luckily outside of the noise as time has progressed itself in being able to show. Obviously, Walmart's coming up here into some excess supply points, so it'll be interesting to see what happens if demand still continues to hold at 72, if maybe there's a late day effect of 4th of July on Walmart itself. Each of these companies has over $100 million spent just on this weekend in terms of goods. And if you're adventurous, you can take a look at, there's a Shanghai stock called Pandora Fireworks, and they sell literally, they're in China, they sell literally over $600 million worth of fireworks. So fun international play there. Wish you all the best this year. As we like to say, let freedom ring. We're proud of our country, and we're proud of the men and women that have served. So we hope the best for you this weekend and staying safe. And obviously, if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to hit us out. And let's see how these 4th of July stocks continue to do for the second half of the year. All right, guys, here's you staying outside of the noise and the beating random.